It's Madden NFL 24, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders, and it comes your way next.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, these Commanders, a last-place ball club in 2022. In most cases, you'd say that was a lost season, but they finished 8-1, 500. That would have won the NFC South. What kind of a chance do you give them in what is certainly a loaded NFC East?
And you're exactly right about the division, so you have to be cautious about what you think with this team. They've got to continue to play excellent defense and get some improvement on the offensive side of the ball and establish who their quarterback is going to be.
Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the wait goes on for a Super Bowl appearance. This will be the 28th season since they last won Super Bowl 30 in 1996.
Let's add on to that. They haven't even been to an NFC Championship game since 1996. And you know, that does not sit well in the owner's box for the Dallas Cowboys, continuing trying to find their way back to the top of the mountain.
Taking the reins with the Cowboys, it's Tony Pollard. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. You know, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Yeah, they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott, eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his 2nd NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
Howell got the nod from Commanders leadership to be the team's starter this year. A nice bump for last year's 5th-round pick. One start as a rookie and didn't look bad at all, winning the team's finale. And let's not forget, this is a guy who was once viewed as a 1st-round pick, so there's plenty of promise hidden beneath the surface.
The All-Pro Micah Parsons there on the tackle. 2nd and 7.
At the 46-yard line.
Howell from the gun. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth this up yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. This one left side caught by Gibson. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up, especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that 1st drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simple to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
not
and
have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Trying to run forward, Pollard. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
The tackle made at the 39-yard line.
On play action, Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They'll run forward with Pollard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Stiff-armed him. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now the try here for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 2nd down. look to throw it. This pass hauled in by Dotson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 19 yards away.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Third and long, here's Howell. This is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half, and now here's another.
Best way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he'll take it just outside the 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll run with Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Pollard one more time. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead.
Let's go back over Dak Prescott's career. 6 rushing touchdowns in each of his first 3 years, but only 1 in each of the last 2 seasons. As a veteran, he's become much more judicious about when it's time to take the ball and go for the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. And it is now 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Howell's throw complete to Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson. 34 yards. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both teams
Coach,
currently making their final adjustments.
We're
getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And taken right at the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Drop for a loss there on a nice effort by Osa Odighizuwa. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
First down, Howell to throw. A throw left sideline, falls incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle, looking at each other.
Now Howell. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Washington. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing here, Howell. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Howell now to throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Sly able to put this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores. And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Commanders' 40-yard line.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And Howell will throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Complete. It's Dotson. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. Howell looking to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Oh, Howell loses it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 22. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now a give here to Pollard. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Washington offense set to take over. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Howell. Back to Gibson, and another catch for him. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down. Here's Howell. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Now they got to get to the line quickly. It's Howell with another throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Faking the handoff. Howell. Sliding out of the pocket. That one complete downfield to Thomas. Big yardage that time for Washington. 41 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Curtis Samuel from 6 yards away. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover